Contrary to popular belief, placing yourself in a box won't kill your creativity. It won't ruin your art. It won't slow you down. In fact, it'll do the opposite. It'll help you make more meaningful art faster. And I know that sounds kind of confusing because as artists, we've always been told to think outside of the box. However, the problem with thinking outside of the box is that there are endless options out there, and having too many options can hurt your creativity. That's why it's important to place limitations when you create. And lately, I've had so many ideas that I've paralyzed myself from taking action on them because whenever I make a video, I give myself 3 days to plan it out. So by the 4th day, I'm ready to film. However, today is that 4th day and I haven't planned out anything. So in order to get myself to take action on an idea, I've decided to place limitations on this video. Since I love photography, I thought it would be cool to use the Osmo Pocket 3 to take some pictures. And if you don't know, the Osmo Pocket 3 isn't known to be a photography camera. Most people buy it for its video capabilities, which is what I bought it for. However, I thought it would be fun to see what images I could get out of this. So the reason I believe that limitations can be beneficial to your creativity is because it makes everything simple. For example, you're going to use this camera, you're going to go here, and you're going to make this. You already have a game plan. You don't need to think about anything, you just take action. And that saves your creativity and energy for what's really important, your art. Because the reality is, simplicity is true creativity. I mean, anyone can make a simple idea complex. That's easy. However, it takes true creativity. It takes a true artist to strip complex ideas down to their simplest forms. As artists, we have thousands of ideas running through our heads every single day. And while having countless of ideas can be beneficial to our creativity, I mean, sometimes it can be an obstacle. Like I said earlier, I had so many ideas that I paralyzed myself from taking action on them. And the reason that happened is because I was overthinking every single thing. In addition, overthinking can lead to confusion. Having a cluttered mind will lead to making art that's all over the place. And that can be dangerous when your goal is to turn your art into a career. Because if your art is too confusing, people won't be able to understand it. And as a result, they won't be able to connect with your art. Like they say, if you confuse, you lose. So you need to be able to strip down your art to its simplest form. Because when things are simple, they're easier to communicate. And that's important when it comes to creating, but also promoting your art. Being able to simply communicate what you've made and why you've made it will be easier for people to connect with it, but also share it. Because at the end of the day, that's the purpose of art, to communicate ideas, thoughts, and emotions. That's why people gravitate towards art to share their messages, whether it's a poem to tell your crush how you feel, a marketing campaign to sell a product, or taking pictures to show others how you see the world. Art is the most effective mode of communication that exists. And don't think that because your art is simple, that it's easy, basic, and less valuable. Your art doesn't lose value because it has less. In fact, simplicity makes it more valuable because you work harder to choose what to leave in. You're more intentional, so each element is that much more important. Like Da Vinci said, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. For example, while Android phones do more, and some cost as much as an iPhone, they're not seen as valuable as iPhones. And that's because Apple has done a great job with their simple messaging for a simple product. Steve Jobs explained it best. Simple can be harder than complex. You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. But it's worth it in the end because once you get there, you can move mountains.